Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome to the Cookie Bookie podcast.
Numero uno.
Number one. And that's all of the Spanish you know.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just go ahead and introduce ourselves.
Okay.
So my name is Sandra, and I am the daughter of.
Mary.
Oh, okay.
I'm the mother.
Yeah. I'm Mary Kate. I'm the baby. I'm the favorite.
My gosh. Okay, no, let's. Okay, we went there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mom, why don't you go ahead and tell us when we started the book club? And
Okay, so we started during COVID, and we would video call every single day during COVID, and we started
you
reading
sing
short stories.
Yeah.
And one that I remember a lot, we did the moth. So every day we would read a moth story, and then we would discuss it. So all during COVID, every single day, we had a short story and talked on video call. And then after COVID left, we decided we wanted to keep that up, not so much every day, but then we started reading a book,
yes,
a full book.
all the books.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we called it the Cookie Bookie podcast. It took us 5 years to name our book club, and we.
Well, it has a secret name, that we
Yes,
say on
yes.
here.
Oh yes, there is a secret name.
Mom and her
That's true.
faves.
Oh my
All right, that's out of the bag.
Mom is not good at secret.
Okay, so now we can't tell the 3 other children.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So the Cookie Bookie Club, we love cookies and we love bookies.
Wait,
Books.
can I
Oh,
can I interrupt to be Mom's PR manager? So she calls it the Mom and Her Faves because she invites every child. And so
Yes.
anyone can be a favorite child as long as they join the book club. We are the only ones who took the opportunity to do so.
Yes.
So we are the only favorites as of
Yeah.
now. Okay, so let's get into the cookies first.
Okay.
We can't eat all of these cookies at
No.
once.
No.
But
We have three different types of cookies because there are 3 sections in this book that
Okay.
we read.
And we do have a little more than 3
Yeah, but
Yeah.
flavors.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Yes, we have
3
crumble cookies and then 2 that Mom made, her famous chocolate chip cookie recipe.
And then a sugar cookie that I used to make at Christmas all the time. It's a little labor intensive, so this is the first time in quite a few years that I've made that. So that was
Okay.
kind of a newer cookie.
So what do we want to start with, ladies?
My original
Oh.
chocolate chip cookies.
no complaints here.
Okay, so here we are.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
So now
Cheers.
cheers. Everyone goes crazy for these cookies, and the recipe can be found in any local grocery store.
Yes, and where might you find that?
Well,
On the
now I'm eating.
on the back of it's the original Toll House recipe.
Yes, but also I have made that recipe and my cookies never taste like this. So I don't know what you do.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
It's Mom doesn't follow any of the normal protocol for making cookies.
Okay.
Like you're supposed to make the wet ingredients first and then put the dry ingredients in, and she just goes like by the
Ingredient
whatever
list?
says first, she puts that in.
Actually, I do follow this pretty much, and
Theory
I
debunked.
I've seen her
actually-
make it because I wait feverishly for the cookie dough.
So how much do you love cookies?
Well, what
Oh,
was
yes.
what
Yes.
was the thing the other day that you said?
My
So no, not your colonoscopy.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was though. It
Yes.
was. It was because she couldn't have every day she walks through the kitchen and eats a cookie, and she said it's the most favorite part of her day, and she
Yes.
couldn't do it because she was prepping for her colonoscopy on the last day of the
Yes.
year.
Yes.
Yes. And Mary Kate, how much do you love cookies? Like, how do we know that you love cookies so much?
Well, I run on cookies.
Oh, yes,
Um,
yes.
so yeah, I really enjoy making them more than probably eating them unless they're mom's cookies. Mom's cookies I'll eat like crazy or Girl Scout cookies.
Mm.
That's what I was gonna say. I
Mhm.
love cookies so much that every year my New Year's resolutions die in February because the Girl
Oh,
Scout cookies come
oh
out.
Well,
gosh.
mom used to have to pay the Girl
Oh,
Scouts
Yes.
yes, we
because
know.
we would
We would
eat
eat
them
them
all.
all. Yep. Okay. So the book that we picked
Mhm.
to dive into and discuss. So if you have not read it, spoiler alerts.
Yes.
But if you haven't read it, you can still follow along to the discussion.
Mhm,
If
mhm.
you're just planning on listening to all the tea, because there's a lot of tea.
Yes.
Okay, so the book is The Tell
Mhm.
by Amy Griffin.
Mhm.
And it is about a very highly driven, successful perfectionist who takes MDMA in a therapeutic session and unlocks repressed memories of childhood sexual assault. So, lots of trigger warnings in
Mhm.
this book for
Mhm.
sexual assault.
Mhm.
And it's nonfiction.
It is
Yes.
nonfiction. And yeah, so we chose this book because, well, go ahead, Mary Kate, because we were kind of like, you were deciding on a different bunch of different like memoirs. And then last year for January, we picked something out of our usual realm, which was The Fourth Wing, and we all really
Mhm.
liked it.
That's our
Yeah.
number 1 book, so
So last year, January, we decided mom actually picked The Fourth Wing and was like, this has dragons. We've never done anything with dragons or fantasy or anything. And so then we decided to try something new at the start of this year as well. Because if you look back at our books, we love thrillers, we love people getting murdered, not getting caught. It's our favorite genre. So we decided to do something a little new, and it was between this one or Nia Sue's book
Mhm.
from Dance Moms, but mom had not seen Dance
Mhm.
Moms, so we
Yes.
decided against that one.
Mhm.
Yes. And I originally was not very thrilled with this pick.
Even though you kind of
I did.
found it.
I
You
did.
found
It
it.
was like an impulse find. Usually I like look at reviews and everything first.
Type A.
Yes. But now I'm super happy that we did because when I finished reading this, it was like that Netflix, what was that documentary, the mom one, the catfish mom,
Oh my gosh,
and I just had
crazy.
to.
Unknown Number.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I, like, had to talk to somebody right away after I saw that, and that's kinda how I felt like with this book, like, I just wanted to talk about it
Mhm.
right
Mm.
away.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Okay, so the author, Amy Griffin, she grew up in Amarillo, Texas. Her family owned 50, now 100 Toot and Totem stores. So she grew up pretty. What?
There you go.
Just go ahead, Mom.
I
I
think
look
she
like
was annoyed that your hands went
I
like that.
like
Oh,
you
I didn't even realize that. What the heck? Okay.
I was like, "Relax."
Something for
Okay.
our viewers, not for our listeners.
Okay. So anyway, she's got a lot of money. She was working with Sports Illustrated, met her husband. He's like a hedge fund guy. Okay, I want you to guess how much money their New York City
Oh,
townhouse
oh
Pied a
gosh.
terre, like
cost.
from Baby Mama.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't. So where is it located? Where in New
Upper East
York?
Side,
Upper
I
East Side,
believe.
so
Yeah.
Gossip Girl era. I can't even fathom that
Is
much
it
money.
10,000,000?
Higher.
Wow.
Yeah. $77 million.
$77 million
Wow.
dollars.
I always thought, like, with Selling Sunset, a $40,000,000 house is huge,
Yeah.
just huge.
And they have more houses in the Bahamas and New Zealand.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so okay, so she started investing in companies owned by women. So she invested in Goop, which is
Mhm.
Paltrow's company, and Hello Sunshine. They had something to do with that, and that's
Hello,
Reese
sunshine.
Witherspoon.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to the tea because very quickly in reading this
Mhm.
book, I found out that there is a lot of controversy
Mhm.
with it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. So first of all, the author and her husband invested in the company that is the MDMA therapy that she takes in this book.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's the first order of tea. And then the science of memory in general is just there's a lot of controversy and talk about how it produces false memories to do
Mhm.
this therapy.
Okay.
And I wanted to kind of start off with saying that because when I first started to read this book, I I found myself not automatically believing everything that was happening and then
Mhm.
feeling really bad about it.
Mhm.
And so then I started to do the research.
Okay.
Okay, but what did you think in general of just the book
Okay.
overall?
Good question.
So I think before, because you told me the tea about halfway
Yes.
through of the investments and stuff, and how there might be a little bit of
To
motivations. Yes. So when I first started reading it, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, what I would be scared of what memories would unlock, because I
Yes.
Mm.
I have a
Mhm.
horrible memory, and our upbringing was
Traumatic in itself.
yeah, thank you,
Mhm.
mom. um so I'm like, oh my God, that would be crazy. I wouldn't know what to do.
Yes.
um but I think regardless of if the memories are true or if it's like
Mhm.
a drug induced like illusion, because I also have
Mhm.
very vivid nightmares sometimes that
Yes.
Mm.
feel very real.
Yes.
Yes.
So I could see like it kind of happening that way. But regardless, I felt like she was getting like kind of cuckoo with the investigation and stuff, and that like everything had to happen now,
Yeah.
even
Mhm.
though it had happened so long ago.
Mm.
So that was my impression.
Okay.
I also have never done MDMA,
Oh, that's
so
because it's illegal.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
wow.
I
But
mean, I guess you could
yeah.
still have done it.
So I don't know firsthand the effects of it as well. So I don't know.
Okay. It's not what about you?
Well, when you asked about the book, my first impression was was very upset that it wasn't about running because I
Me
thought it
too.
was going to be
Me
about
too.
running.
Me too.
And I was ready to be so motivated
Yes.
by this woman who uh was just like I don't want to say perfect even though she uses perfect a lot in the book, but that she was at the top of her game and
Right.
her running helped her get her there. And
Yes.
so I was very disappointed to find out that it's not about running at all.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even run anymore.
Right.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that was what I was
Yes.
Yeah.
most. There's a couple of things that I marked that I was like, "Now, why would you do that?" And one
Yeah.
of them was
Yes.
like, "Why would you stop running?"
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one of my tabs here too is how she goes to the tub. She likes going in the tub and stuff, and I thought running was your thing.
Oh.
When did it become swimming and tubs, you know? So
Okay, well, people can first of all have
yes.
more than one thing. Um,
Yeah, but
you
okay,
can.
so that was my first impression.
Okay.
Then last night I did watch both her interview with
Oh
Oprah.
wow.
That was over an hour long. And
Amazing.
then I went to the other side of the spectrum. A girl, it's called The Nerve, I believe,
Okay.
had the opposing opinion
Oh,
about all this.
interesting.
Oh, interesting.
And but I did want to say too before I forget, my biggest thing with the MDMA, if it's illegal, why would you say 50,000 times I took it? Like she's not afraid of herself getting in trouble for taking an illegal drug.
Well, she comes from a place of privilege,
Yes.
Yes.
so she's
Yes.
And
obviously not gonna be
the other thing is that there are clinical trials
Mhm.
where it is okay to do it, which I'm assuming she was a part of because they're trying to get the FDA to approve it as like a pharmaceutical, medicine.
I don't think I mean, I personally don't think she's doing that way because then
No,
you
I'm just saying that her company or her husband's like the investors and the like whoever's part
yeah.
of the company is trying to get it approved by the FDA. And so there are clinical trials that are happening. But yeah, I don't know if
According to
she
this book, that's
yeah,
not what she was doing.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the thing with MDMA is that it used to be legal and it used to be a
Oh.
drug specifically for therapy. And then
Oh.
some guy found it and was like, "Hey, this is fun." And so he rebranded it as Molly, and then it
Oh,
became a club drug,
okay.
and then they, like, banned it. So it did used to be legal, and its main intent was therapy.
Okay.
Mm.
She knows a lot about drugs than I thought. This is a little
I'm the
uh,
youngest
Yeah.
child. I actually so because of reading this, and I was telling Christian, who is my boyfriend, about it, and he said there's this really cool documentary on Netflix. It's called
Okay.
How to Change Your
Oh.
Mind, and it goes through all of I think it's like 4 different types of drugs and like how it actually affects your mind and like just all the science behind it, and this was one of the ones on there. And so it went through all the history because I was, like, telling him about the book and how she did therapy with it and stuff, so
Which is an interesting point in the fact that when I think of ecstasy, which is what Molly became,
Oh,
How do you know that,
when
Mom?
you think of ecstasy,
Yeah, when I think about doing
I
ecstasy on the way to my quilt guild meeting, I
No, it was if people took that, then they couldn't keep their hands off of
oh,
people,
Yeah.
you know, like they had no control of keeping. So it's such a like sexually charged type drug.
oh,
That makes me wonder
oh,
then,
about
yeah,
what was coming
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Okay. One thing
But
I
I certainly don't want to discount.
right. I, at the very least, believe that she believes it happened.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
there was a very interesting New York Times article that talked about her friend Claudia in the book,
Yes, okay.
who had
Mhm.
almost the same identical experience with a different teacher. And so they believe that she co-opted that story
Oh,
as her own,
oh.
like that's what came up,
Oh.
and that it's like a nightmare that feels
Mm.
real.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
One thing I did really like about this book was the title. I thought it made me think, like the way we grew up, I felt like, especially in high school, I was very aware of trying to not give a tell and just trying to like be like everybody else.
Mhm, mhm.
So I liked the title, and it made me think, well, what is my tell? And like, what do you think your tell is?
Well, you have good
Yeah.
questions.
Mhm.
My tell is, that I trauma dump in a humorous way,
Yeah.
but I think otherwise I'm, like, pretty normal, I would say. I'm sure growing up I was not normal at all. I'm
Mm.
sure
I
my
mean,
tell was
normal is,
failing all of my classes.
Mm.
mm,
I do find that all you
but you
kids
recovered. I mean, you didn't fail all your classes.
No, I passed art and gym.
No, but I mean, you have your
Well,
master's degree.
I feel a lot of times with you kids, and this is way off the subject of the book, but that you all get to a certain point and then you pull back. Like
Um,
it seems like you never get to the total pinnacle and you kind of pull back.
gee, thanks, Mom.
Oh, so you don't think we're good enough?
No. Okay, now let's edit all this out and let's go. I'm eating some cookies.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I mean, part of that I do agree with. Like, I think we all kind of have what is it called?
Imposter syndrome.
Imposter
Mhm.
syndrome, which she does talk about. I feel like for me, like I was in a meeting one time and I had the best principal ever. He is this big guy, the most lovable guy ever, but he was like raising his voice when he was getting
Mhm.
everybody
Mhm.
excited and everyone is having a good time.
Mhm.
And I could feel my body just like get
Mhm. Mhm.
nervous
Mhm.
because of that. And I felt bad because he is the nicest guy. No
Yeah.
one would be afraid of
Mhm.
him. Okay.
Mhm.
So I think the only other tea I had was just how kind of what you said about how far she took the investigation and how there aren't any other accusations against this teacher who was
Right.
very easily identifiable by the
Yes.
people in
Mm.
Amarillo, so much that his wife had to quit her job at the school. And
And that was a big point brought up on the nerve, and something I thought about too was that it's such a small town. And she also talked about the whisper, it's called the whisper campaign or something like that, where kids, you always knew who the creepy person was in your school or in the
Yeah.
neighborhood. It would be like a whisper, "Oh, don't be alone with him. He's really
Right.
creepy." And so there was no whisper campaign, it seemed
Right.
like, in that little town.
Yep.
And like the little town we lived in, if I lived half the life they had me live in, I would have been having a good time. I mean, they so
Yes. Okay, the last question I have before we get into part 1 and eat some more sugar,
okay.
um, is Mary Kay kind of already said this, but what do you think of this therapy and would you try
Mm.
it?
I would not. And I think and part of the reason, like she said, where you don't want to give up control.
Right.
But my big thing is I've heard with mushrooms and stuff that can just it could
Mom was
just
alive in the
what are these
70s.
it could just ruin your life forever. Like it
In your
could
life.
yeah, it could ding
I don't think mushrooms ruin
Yes,
your
yes.
life.
I had a friend who took mushrooms and his body totally like he has lifelong health problems because of the
Was it
mushroom.
What did he
mushroom?
do
Yeah.
while he was on mushrooms? Is that part of it?
No.
Okay.
So anyways, no, I would not because drugs bad.
Dare worked on Mom. She put all her kids through it, and it worked on
Yes.
her.
Yes, Mary Kay, what about you?
I mean, I think in a controlled environment, I think it would be interesting to try
Mhm.
because also drugs bad for sure. But I also have a thing with control. I don't want to
Yes.
lose
Yeah,
control of my
yeah.
body. And that is how I have always seen drugs is like you lose control.
Yes.
And like some people really like that and they enjoy that and that's why they do it. And I
Mhm.
just cannot.
Okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
But I think in a controlled, I would contemplate it. But what I also have heard of like Molly and MDMA is that like because it like your dopamine centers and
Mhm.
stuff get
Mhm.
so turned on, the
Mhm.
crash is really bad.
Oh.
Oh.
And so I feel like if I were to do it, I feel like the crash would be really hard for me to come back from.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
that
Oh.
would be what
Yeah.
stops me.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I absolutely would not do this. This is like my worst nightmare,
Okay.
and I don't even like going under,
Yes, yes. Mhm.
I don't know what would
Well, I
come
think
up
that's more dangerous.
going
I don't
Anesthesia? Don't you think?
know, just because I've done it and come out of it. You know?
Yeah, I would not wanna be hypnotized. I
I
Oh,
would
don't wanna
yeah,
be
Yes, and I
hypnotized,
hypnotized
feel
no.
like
because
this is similar.
I have a feeling, like, if I were to get hypnotized, they would hypnotize me to kill someone. Like,
Oh,
that
God.
is my fear.
And then we would have one of our other books.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay,
Combined.
so what are we thinking? We did chocolate chip. Let's try one of the crumble.
Yeah.
So what are the flavors?
We have sugar cookie, confetti cookie, brownie, Oreo, peanut butter, and ice cream.
I'll go for the pink one.
Okay, that's
We're doing separate ones?
sure.
I'll do the brownie.
Okay, so the sugar cookie is the OG. Apparently, I have not had crumble too many times. I'm gonna try the peanut butter.
I
Oh, okay, the peanut butter is good.
okay. Is this the champagne one with the pink?
It's just sugar cookie.
Oh.
Frosted sugar cookie.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
How does it compare to
Mm.
your sugar cookies?
Mm.
All right.
Wow.
Hold
Mm.
on, let's get the
This is
microphone back to your
This is Mom's drug.
Yeah.
Drugs bad, cookies.
Yeah. Yes. For sure.
Yes. Yeah, this is a good peanut butter. So far, the other flavors I've had of crumble, I feel like they're almost more cake than cookie.
Mhm.
But the peanut butter, it's very
Mhm.
good. Very peanut buttery. 5 out of
And you
5.
took the fudge?
The brownie.
Brownie.
Mhm.
It's very light for a brownie.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, we definitely give A pluses to crumble.
Oh, okay. We do?
Yes.
They are
I'm
definitely not sponsoring this.
Yeah, I don't give it an A plus.
Oh.
I give you your cookies.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so moving on to
Okay.
part 1, which is called Becoming Amy. So how Griffin's life was shaped by success and running. Okay, in the first section, Griffin reflects on her upbringing in Amarillo, Texas, where she was part of a close knit family and community. She excelled in sports, academics, and leadership, becoming a high achiever and people pleaser. Running started as an athletic pursuit but became a metaphor for her life. She was always moving, always in motion, afraid to sit still long enough to face something she couldn't name. Despite external success, college, career, family, leadership, she felt disconnected, pressured to perform, and haunted by an unnamed fear that drove her to chase perfection. Okay, so thoughts on part one. What do you think?
Well, I think in part 1 is where I saw, I don't know the exact quote, but she basically said that when they would go on vacation, she would like to run in the morning and then make sure that everyone knew that she ran in the morning.
Oh,
And I
yes.
was like, that is how runners
Yes.
think, you know? And like I love when I run on vacation. It doesn't happen often, but when I do, because then I'm like, yes, I'm better than all of you.
Oh my gosh. So, my first thing with the first part was the tootin' totin'.
Yes, yes.
So, I looked it up, and the reason I looked it up to begin with was because she had said it was, red and white brick, and I was like, "How is it red and white brick? Is it like every other brick?" I've
Mhm.
never seen a checkerboard
Right.
kinda. So, I looked it up, and basically, it's white with a red stripe
Oh,
of
okay.
brick.
Mm,
And then of course it was the toot and totem was because they would toot their horn and
Yes.
tote the groceries out to them.
mm,
So it's a really real place and
Yeah.
stuff. And I guess it's really grown quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I think her grandpa uh yeah, it says he fell from a ladder while cleaning the gutters. So but he died pretty young.
Mm.
Her dad was only 4 years old. So her grandmother, took
Right.
over and did a good job. So there was quite a bit like with Texas that I was like looking up things
Okay.
versus like I know you guys were kind of delving into her story
Yeah.
and the drugs and stuff. I was looking up convenience stores and it turns
Once
out
again, cookies are her
Yes.
drug.
Yes.
and it turns out that calf fries, she talks about calf fries.
Mhm.
They're actually fried testicles that
Oh,
they eat.
Those will not be on the tasting menu.
Yes.
Not at all.
Yeah, so it was things like that that I was kinda,
okay.
looking up in the first section, but yeah, totally, her small town experience was a little different than ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was kind of hard for me to relate to her
Oh,
because of
okay.
that,
Mhm.
and also I thought it was interesting how much she, like, hyper focused on that student race. It, like, just became something
Oh,
she came back to, like, all the time.
with, that it being a boy was gonna win.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, I
and a
thought that
boy did
was
win.
yeah.
And Texas is like that, don't you think?
Yep.
Texas.
I toot and tote, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I want to talk about a part in the book in the first part, which is when she moves to New York,
yes.
and her roommates say they're going to order pizza, and it comes, and there are drugs in the pizza box,
Oh,
and not
yes.
actually pizza. And
Yeah.
I wrote down I would be so upset
Yes.
Yes.
because if
And she was hungry.
yeah,
Yeah.
like also if you're going to bring drugs, you should get pizza and the
Yes.
Yes,
drugs. Like,
yes,
Yes.
what are
yes.
we doing?
Yes.
Yes.
But, yeah, I was like, I would definitely be disappointed too if I, like, was so hungry and they said, "We're ordering pizza."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, was James in the first part or the second part?
Uh, I I don't remember. I feel like he might have been in the first part because the second part is really she starts to get into the therapy.
remembering.
Yes, the
Mhm.
therapy.
Oh, okay. Like,
James is horrible.
Yes.
James is the worst,
yeah,
right?
but
Or
she
is that
was
the is that
also a little bit like, and I hate to pick this apart.
Mom, you're about to get canceled.
Yeah. I was like, because I marked it like, why would you keep going?
Oh, because she didn't just immediately be, like,
Oh.
away.
But she also struggles with that herself. And I
Yeah.
feel like
Yes.
a
Yeah.
lot of women probably do that. where
Yeah, you,
they're
like, overcorrect.
Oh,
yes.
here it is. A few days later, James called me again and invited me to dinner. I accepted the invitation, even if he was only something out of guilt. His interest in me, you know. So several more times over the course, and I just was like, "What?" But yes, me of all people should understand, because a lot of people say, "Why didn't you this? Why didn't you
Right.
that?"
Yeah.
But still, I wanted to throw the book. That might have been my tell.
Yeah.
Oh,
When she kept
Yeah.
going
yeah.
with him. And then after she's married, after she has kids, she's still friends with him and his wife.
Yeah. I think it's on it. I think this book, if anything, is a really good insight in the fact that, like, you can have everything in the world and everything set up for you, and you are still.
A woman.
I was kind of wondering if the James incident was part of what was coming back too, like in
Mhm.
her sessions, what was
Yeah.
coming up. Okay, so let's go to the part two where it really is all the meat and potatoes. Here's the summary, Mom.
Okay. Okay. Memories begin to surface. In the second part, Griffin confronts the mystery she's been running from. Triggered by her daughter's observation that she seems emotionally distant, she begins to explore therapy. Encouraged by her husband, she undergoes psychedelic assisted therapy with MDMA under professional supervision, which becomes a turning point. During the session, she recalls long buried memories of sexual abuse by a middle school teacher, vivid sensory recollections she had never consciously remembered. This discovery shakes her worldview and explains pattern of fear, performance, and denial that have driven her life. Afterwards, she struggles with the understanding the memories, processing them emotionally, and deciding how to share them with her family and close friends. Okay.
Okay. I really wanted Olivia's job
Is that
because
the
Yes.
therapist?
Yes.
the therapist in
The
Yes.
quotation
That
therapist.
marks.
doesn't say anything.
Yes.
She just, yeah.
Okay, but are there 2 therapists? Is there the
Yes.
MDMA therapist and then
hmm
the regular
And then
therapist?
yeah.
Because so we have these little book club books,
Mhm.
and you're always supposed to write your favorite character and your least favorite character. Um, my favorite character was the
Yes, I
therapist
agree.
because
Lauren?
Yes.
sure.
Okay.
Yep.
She was I'm really bad with names. She was, really good because I think Amy has issues with boundaries,
Yes.
and she was really good at being like, "No, bitch. Get
Yes.
out of my way. Like,
Yes.
do not text me. That is
Uh-huh.
not okay." And, like, all of this stuff. So I liked that she was very, like, strict on
Mhm.
boundaries. Um, but yeah.
I absolutely agree. And I also thought we are introduced to like some conversations that happen that to me there were so many conversations where I was like, no way somebody said that.
Mhm.
It just sounded so outlandish of a sentence and unnatural to where
Mhm.
it was like I don't know if it was her recollection was off or she's just kind of buttering up these
Mhm.
conversations to sound more than what they were. Like in the memory when Mr. what's his name? Mason?
Yeah.
That sounds
Okay.
right.
Yeah, Mr. Mason, that she said that how he threatened that no one would believe her because she's from such a nice family.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I was like, that's a very strange thing for I absolutely believe that abuse can happen to anybody no matter
Yes.
your
Yes.
status,
Yes.
but that's a very strange thing to say because it's opposite of what is kind of the norm to be
Mhm.
true,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
would be nobody would believe you because you're from such an, a bad family or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that when I read that, I really was taken
Mhm.
aback. And also, what got me thinking was when she said the teacher told her that he would rip her teeth out.
Yes. All your dreams.
Oh
Yes.
my god, yeah, my
It
dreams.
really made me think of that. Okay, because from what I read with MDMA therapy, it's about, and this is what the owner of this company says,
Okay.
it's not that everything that you see is exactly what happened. It's what does it mean to you? Much like dream
Oh,
interpretation.
yes,
And so
yes.
I think teeth falling out is such a
Loss of
common,
control.
yes, loss of
Yeah.
Mhm,
control. And that's exactly what she's dealing with.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
And we know that because Mary Kate has terrible
Yes,
nightmares about her teeth falling
yeah,
out.
Yeah, I
yes.
do. And I traumatize everyone else around me by sharing them in detail.
And this is now the second book that talks about teeth coming out that
Yeah.
we've read.
Yes!
Yes.
Oh, yes! Oh,
Oh
gosh.
my gosh. Okay. Any other takeaways from oh
So I feel like, the second part went on a little too much, like, went on a little, like, um and this is just, because the controversy has been swirling and
mhm.
stuff like that, but I was like, I felt when she talked about her sister, she was kinda not nice to her
Mm.
sister, like, and then there were a couple other where, like, when she talks to Lauren about recording the
Oh my
sessions.
gosh.
So
Oh
to me,
yes.
it was almost like,
Secretly recording
yeah,
on
so
replay.
it was almost like she's like, well, I can't get justice this way, so I'm going to write a book and I'm going to expose it. And this is,
Oh.
I don't
um,
think she is, because like the whole spoiler alert towards the ending, she says she doesn't need control anymore. I think this
I
book is proof
I
that she
think that's a
does
lie.
need control.
Yeah, the survey
yes,
says that's a
yes,
lie.
yes.
Yeah, but I do
Absolutely.
think like the when I was reading the like memories come back and stuff,
Mhm.
it's so scary to
Yes.
imagine. But it was so like it was so rough. It
Mhm.
wasn't like I don't like all of the abuse was so intense that it
Yes.
was even if it's,
Dream
not
interpretation
yeah, it's
versus,
still so
yes,
scary.
yeah,
So and then you not knowing whether it's real or
That's
right,
what
if
I
it's
right.
not
feel
is
is
very scary.
the worst,
Yeah,
is,
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
just not knowing if something awful actually happened to
Mhm,
you
Yeah.
mhm.
or not, and I do think that she herself needs proof that it happened or
Yes,
didn't,
Mhm.
yes.
and I think that's very telling
Yeah.
of, this process.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
I think
mhm.
so.
Yeah, okay, well, let's move on to part 3. Do we want another cookie? Do we
Yeah,
wanna
of
try your sugar
course.
Yeah,
cookies?
the sugar cookies, yeah.
Okay. Here we go. So you would make this for Christmases?
Yeah, I used to make this at Christmas and I would put like red and green sugar instead of plain
Mhm.
sugar.
And
And
I have a very vivid memory. Oh yeah, that'll be a
mhm.
good soundbite of
Oh.
us making sugar cookies together.
Oh.
Mhm.
I have a very vivid memory of Mary Kate making chocolate chip cookies with her friend. She was much younger. She's an awesome baker now.
Yeah,
Yes.
now
But
I
at the
use
time,
butter.
no, it wasn't butter. Oh wait, maybe it was
I think
that
it
too.
was.
But she said they were going over the ingredient list, and her friend said, "Okay, salt." And Mary Kate said, "Nope, I don't like salt. Let's leave that out." And then yeah, that was butter. I don't like that either.
I really didn't like butter. I don't know how those cook. You know what? Knowing me, I probably abandoned halfway through and left a mess in the kitchen and went outside to play, and then mom had to clean up.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have the summary of part 3, healing, telling, and moving forward. And
Okay, let me try do that again. Okay. Healing, telling, and moving forward. We're all getting the sugar high. Drugs. All right, healing through truth, relationships, and justice. The third part follows Griffin's journey of healing and integration. After uncovering the truth, she navigates sharing her experience with family, friends, and community, seeking legal action against her abuser and trying to find corroboration,
Mhm.
rebuilding trust and emotional connection within her family, reconciling the positive identity she built with this painful past. This section focuses on what it means to truly tell your story, reclaim agency, and pursue healing, even when the path is messy and uncertain. Ultimately, she explores themes of self trust, vulnerability, and redefining success beyond perfectionism. So I paused halfway through because I, the other day, was trying to pronounce reconciling,
Mhm.
and I pronounced it recounseling, and
Oh, God.
and
Like
I have been
just
trying.
ice instead of
Yes.
justice?
I have been trying to remember what the word was that I mispronounced because it was so funny, and then it just came back to me, so
Okay.
Oh my
but
gosh.
that's part 3, and I do have thoughts on part 3,
Okay.
so
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you start?
Yeah.
okay, first of all, so we're from an Irish Catholic family. So the whole time she was like, I need to tell my daughters. I was like,
Yep.
why are you telling your
Yep.
daughters? You keep that to yourself. And I was like, that's our Irish Catholic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, that is not in our culture.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I was
And I
thinking the
think she
same.
brings that up too, how that's the culture in Amarillo to sweep it under the carpet a bit,
Mhm.
because everything has to be perfect.
Yeah.
And
I also don't have children. So what do you guys think about telling your children?
Oh, you're a
well,
mom.
you are my children and you complain all the time I didn't tell you anything.
I don't think I complain all the time. Like
No. But I like um to go back to the Oprah interview
Mhm.
with her. They had it at the Starbucks in Chicago,
the
which
new one?
yeah,
Oh
downtown.
wow.
Yeah, so it was really
When did
nice
this book
setting
come out?
in March
Oh, it's
2025.
new?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
And so there was a lady who after reading this book went and talked to her 4 daughters.
Oh.
So that is the good, I think, with this
Yeah.
book is it does get you talking. I, of course, immediately put myself into the shoes of her mother. Like
Mhm.
how if one of you guys came to me telling me this, I I would feel like I totally failed as a parent to
You
keep
would
you
make it
safe.
about yourself.
Oh god. So I feel for her parents a lot,
But I
and
did love that her parents, even though they're from,
yes.
like, this,
Mhm.
Mhm.
conservative part of Texas, they immediately believed her and were on
Yes.
her side. I
Yes.
think that's very unheard of.
Yes, I
Yes.
agree. I agree totally.
Yes. And I was a little concerned that, when she talks about going to her like meeting up with her family and her sister and everything, everybody is so shocked she's there. And I thought that was very telling of her relationships with her family
Mhm.
because she has all the money in the world. She
Yes.
can
Mhm.
be
Yes.
going and visiting her family so much. And they were like, "Oh, what are you doing?" Like her sister was so excited that she came to
I
visit her.
know.
Oh,
I
And then
know.
she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I knew you were here for like,
Yes.
something
Yeah.
happened."
Yeah.
oh.
And what was I was gonna say something about the oh forget it.
Leave that in.
I did want to say I was because my issues with
The Oprah
Oprah.
Book Club.
Yes. And I was so glad I watched that interview. Oh,
Oh,
and
good.
that's what I was going to bring up is that she was able to do this and she was able to do the drug therapy too. She said because she felt very safe. She had a husband that backs her
Yes.
100%,
Yeah.
where I find a lot of times people who have been through abuse end up marrying an abusive person.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
Like the cycle is totally
Mhm.
always
If she would have
repeating.
stayed with James,
Yeah.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
would have. Cause
So yes, I feel she was able to be very safe in order to do this because of her husband and because of her money. You
mhm.
know,
Yeah.
whereas a lot of people don't have that y-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
She
mean,
had
that
a
was
privilege.
yeah.
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 She had a support system and a
Oh,
support
huge.
network,
Yes.
which is
Yes.
Huge. Yeah.
very
Yes.
unheard of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of my notes is that she had all the resources that most victims don't have.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, the only thing I would complain about with her is that when they would ask her a question, the audience member had fantastic questions.
Oh,
Oh.
in the interview?
Yeah,
Okay.
and she would answer every single question with almost verbatim sentences from the
Yeah.
book,
Oh,
Mm.
and so I felt like, um, I didn't like that. I wish she had just answered from her heart
yeah.
the questions because they were good questions too. I really wanted to know the answers.
Yes.
What
And
was
I've
one of the questions?
Yeah.
um well, it was about the men, how to raise your
Oh.
men, so that they don't become abusers. She does have 2 sons and have,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
and about her if she had told the youngest son by now,
Right.
which
Oh,
she
that's a good
has.
question.
Yeah. So but
Yeah. Yeah. So this Oprah's book club, I found it really interesting that there's so much controversy with this book, considering the last Oprah's book club to get controversy was James Fry's A Million Little Pieces,
Mhm.
and that also came out to be just this huge scandal. And so he had lied. Basically, instead of saying he went to in the book, he said he went to jail for, like, I don't know, a long time, where it had been just hours. So he really fluffed up things for the book on
Mhm.
purpose, and it was this huge controversy when he had the interview with Oprah.
Mhm.
And so it's all interesting that Oprah is once again in the middle of this controversy, but the reaction is very different. The response to all of the accusations with this book is complete silence from Amy Griffin. Like, they haven't, like,
Oh.
nobody has responded to any,
Oh.
yeah,
Hmm.
to anything. So I just found that interesting, and times changing.
Well, and I feel like so many women have in real life gone through this
Mhm.
that this book is helping them
Yes.
whether you believe it or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm. And I think like when I watched the opposing interview, stuff that she brought up were stuff I was thinking too, like the girls' bathroom in a junior high. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it's just so kind of like open or, and
Mm.
bars of soap. Who has bars of soap in a bathroom? Like even when I was growing up, there was no bars of soap in bathrooms.
Yeah. And I feel like every single piece of all of these memories was taken so literally. Like, that's exactly
Yes,
how it happened.
Right.
yes,
Instead of being
yes.
like, well, maybe that's not exactly what
Yeah,
he said, or,
yeah,
Mhm.
to kind of get
yeah,
to the meaning behind it,
yeah.
or,
Yeah.
um,
I did think it was interesting that when she went to the school again, I think that
Mhm.
was really
mhm.
interesting part of the book,
Oh,
and
yes.
that the bathroom was totally remodeled.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I think that is also hard for her because she's
Yes.
like,
Mhm.
it's so different, but maybe that was also good for her to kind of,
Uh-huh.
help her move on
Yeah.
from it since she
And I found it
with the city.
interesting she went to school with the principal of the school now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah. Did you have any favorite quotes?
I did.
Oh.
oh, good.
So I really liked this because a lot of the times when I get like really sad, I always feel like I'm like underwater and I
Mm.
feel
Mhm.
like I'm drowning and I'm kicking to get like back to
Mhm.
happiness. But if you just like let yourself
Mhm.
float, it takes you up there. And so she has this quote that said, just because I'm underwater didn't mean I was going to drown. So I
Mhm.
liked that. I felt like that was very good. Um, I also wanted to mention she mentions the book The Body Keeps the Score, which
Yeah, oh,
is a
yes, she
really
does.
good book.
Yes, I've
Oh.
heard that.
Because also, not to bring this back to my MDMA documentary, but they talk about how that therapy is really good for people with PTSD.
Oh,
And
yes.
that is like the main reason that they use
Yes.
it. And in that book talks about PTSD a
Okay.
lot,
Okay.
and just like all the different forms of
Mhm.
it. I'm
Hmm.
slowly getting through it, but I'm getting through it. It's a very heavy book,
Okay.
as you can
Mhm.
guess.
Yes.
Um, and then this isn't a quote, but it's another thing. So I didn't like that she stopped running. I
Mhm.
Right.
also
Same here.
I also didn't like, so at the end, like after she spent time at home and stuff, she was saying on the interstate the billboards alternated between anti-abortion campaigns and ads for adult video stores. The old me would have relished pointing out the hypocrisy, but today I let it go, and I wish she still would have pointed it out. I think I think that's crazy, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think, like, just because you're healed doesn't mean that you, like, should not still talk about
Mhm.
bad stuff that's
Yes.
happening. I
Mhm.
think you should still be able to, like, there's stuff that, like, I don't agree with it's stuff that you say, and
And we all
I'll call you
yeah.
out on it, and
And we
that's
can
how you
all
should do
learn.
it.
We're
Yeah.
always learning,
Mhm.
always learning.
Yeah.
My favorite quote I have down is the thing that her friend said. I
Mm.
don't remember which friend, but she said, "If it's hysterical, it's history." And I thought
Mm.
that was very
Mm.
interesting. Like, if something makes you go crazy, then there's probably meaning behind it.
Mm.
Mhm. There's some history tied to it.
Mhm.
Yes, yeah.
Mhm.
What about you, Mom? Do you have any quotes?
You have a lot of tabs there.
Yeah, I know. I had a lot of tabs, and a lot of them were looking up stuff and just the minute details, which,
Okay.
for this, the overall book, even though I was upset it wasn't about running,
Yeah.
I'm glad we read it.
I am too.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
think it's a good discussion to have.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
would
totally.
definitely, I've been gifting books to people with snacks. That's like my new favorite thing to do. I would not gift this book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
think this
Yes,
is one I would gift
but I'm
either.
Yeah.
glad. I think it was a really good discussion.
But I
Yes.
would definitely talk about it with people.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, it wouldn't be one that you would like give for Christmas.
Yeah.
Right.
Not
But it's not like one like we had that one where I threw the book out.
Oh, My Dark Vanessa.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yes, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
that one was at least fictional.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. But yeah.
Okay.
So are we gonna discuss how we pick out the books, or are we
I
gonna
think
do
that'll be
that at
another. Yeah,
a
we
different
have figured out a very specific way of how to choose books
Mhm.
for our book club, which we have developed over 5 years of time.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Let us know if you want us to have mom do MDMA assisted therapy. We'll
Yes.
find a way
I
to
may
make it
need it,
happen.
but I'm not doing it.
Oh my gosh. That's not the quote of the day.
Yeah. We'll see what cookies are next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we go, I did want to just do a little chat of what you're reading now.
Oh.
Yes. What are you reading?
Okay, so I was listening to CBS Sunday Morning. It's
Her
one of my
favorite
favorite
show?
shows.
Mhm.
And they had Jan Karen on there. And evidently they have
I think it's a library.
yeah. So
Support your local.
I think she's written like 30 some books or something of this fictional town called Mitford.
Oh.
And it's very easy reading. She says there's no sex, there's no blood, there's just like, she said
Boring.
she said a lot of times people
Look at her.
this is the first in her series. So this was like 30 years ago or something. But she said that people say that they fall asleep at reading her books, and she loves it because it's just it's a nice, quaint little town,
Like a cozy hug.
yeah, and I'm following this priest around. There's a lot of words. I was surprised. I thought it would read like quick, like a romance novel. No,
It's not.
it's more like Little Women or something,
Okay.
like every day.
Well, great pitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
I don't know who's going to be like running to the store for that one.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, you know that I just finished The Road to Tender Hearts, which
Oh, yes.
I
Yes.
would have picked it for our book club, but
Mhm.
I read it so fast. It was maybe my favorite book ever. It was
Wow.
so good. I
Wow.
love all the characters.
And Grandma's reading it too.
Yes. And the minute I finished it, I wanted to read it again.
Oh,
Aw.
wow.
But I gave it away with snacks.
I
And
was hoping to get it, but
sorry.
And the snacks.
Yes, yes. The book that I'm reading right now is called The Dead Romantics.
Ooh.
Oh, I
It's
think I've
it's
seen
pretty
that.
good. Yeah, it's a girl who's a writer, and she can also see dead people, and then her
Mm.
hunky boss shows up as one of the ghosts. And
Where's the HR?
yes.
So wait a second, is he dead? Says he's a
Yes.
ghost?
Well, I don't know, but he's a ghost.
All right.
Yeah, I'm kind of feel have you watched that movie with Reese Witherspoon, you know, do you know what I'm talking about? The movie
And then I like,
where he sees her as an aspiration, but she's in a coma?
yeah.
That's kind of my theory, but I don't wanna
Is it
give,
Reese
like
Witherspoon or
it
is it
is.
Christina Applegate?
No, it's definitely Reese Witherspoon.
Okay, there's a very similar movie with Christina
Mm.
Applegate.
Oh, okay. Well, see,
It's a trope.
it's a plot.
Yeah. I am currently reading The Nightingale. Um, and I texted them yesterday that I was sobbing.
Yes, by Kristen Hanna.
Yes. And I will probably finish it today. I'm
Mhm.
almost done with it.
Yay.
It is
I sobbed
just
too.
as
I sobbed.
amazing as everybody has
Yeah.
said.
Mhm.
It is a thick boy, but she does historical fiction so good.
I felt when I read that book that I was there. Like, she
Mhm.
really transports you.
Scared. I Before I
Yeah.
went to bed the other day, I was like, I really hope I'm not like in the war when I go to
Well,
sleep.
I don't know.
I know it's very no, reading it I'm like, uh-oh,
Yeah, yeah.
uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well,
Okay.
this was so much
Yeah.
fun, but I look forward to our next we're gonna go
Yes.
right now, go to Barnes& and Noble,
Mhm.
pick out our next book, and we'll let everybody know what we'll be discussing next
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Okay.
How do we sign off?
Don't you have to push a button?
No. There we go. There's our soundbite. Perfect.
Cookie bookies out.
Yeah.
Bye.